What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another SimpleMMO Weekly Guild Stats video. This week we'll be covering 21 through 28 May, of course, of 2023. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now we got our guild details first and foremost here. As you can see, we will focus on the newly active guilds here. If we do a little transition, wha-pow, what do you know? You got a little sound effects here. What I want to say for this week is that there's first and foremost, two guilds that I have above the 10 guild member struggle that a lot of guilds seem to have in the first week. So you have God Killers by GodKiller987, and then you have Headquarter by Nellen. Secondly, what I want to showcase here is a lot of guild members, guild leaders have named their guilds after themselves. Like God Killer has the God Killers. You have Redbeard, which has the Way of the Beard. You have Daddy Butt Munch has Verified Daddy. Aurora has Aurorian Hell. And I'm pretty. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Daddy Butt Munch's username get changed, because I'm not sure if Daddy Butt Munch. See how many times I can say that word. Is approved. And Verified Daddy is an interesting guild name as well. But you know what? Hey, more power to him, I guess. We'll see how long that username lasts. Probably already gone. Let's go to the deleted guilds now. We have a total of 4 deleted guilds here. We had the Sending Aegis, who's moved on to the Order of Avalon. Their guild leader has moved on to the Order of Avalon. Divinity went down, and the guild leaders joined Heaven and Hell. Core, which we haven't really heard much about, went down. Their guild leader Chrissy joined Golden Arrows. So those 3 guilds that they like, these ones that were they now guilds, we've heard about them before. We've either covered them and then either because they've been created or because they're wrecking everyone in the top 10. But the Graveyard Guild and their Gucci Kage, which is an interesting name. You guys come up with the most creative names possible. Joined Blackwater, which is an interesting guild name that we haven't really covered much of. So I hope to cover some of that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, that is your guild details for the week between the newly active guilds and the deleted guilds. So now let's actually go into what we've all been waiting for with a little flashbang there. The SimpleMMO Guild Stats dashboard. Again, 21 through 28 May of 2023, because that is the year we are currently in. What do you know? Let's focus on this first row here. So, zooming in here, we have, of course, 577 total active guilds since the version 9.0 update. We just covered the 8 newly active guilds, which actually most of them were fairly new. There are no legacy guilds that came back to breathe, life back into their lungs. I love talking about this, the PvE versus the PvP count. So we have 293 PvE only guilds and 284 PvP enabled guilds. When the guild updates started coming out, Mike did promise that there would be more PvE content coming to these guilds. We're still waiting on that update if it does come out. We're all very interested in it, especially us PvE guilds, and I'm curious what that's going to look like, because we're seeing PvE guilds truly take front and center when it comes to the guild atmosphere now. They are surpassing the PvP. I fully expect them to continue to pass the PvP guilds and continue to be the main aspect for a lot of these newer guilds. Really, truly, it's the newer guilds. So we'll see what comes down. Hopefully something soon. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love covering this piece. This piece is interesting to me because it really shows how his updates have affected how guilds are thinking right now. But let's move on to the top 10 PvP guilds. We had a good last week. Some interesting movements here. WolfBlood came out on top. They are coming in strong, and I can't wait for the seasonal guild leaderboard update. Of course, we have the Forest as second, and Babel as third, and then everyone else is far behind those 3. Rain Factory, which is number 4 on the seasonal guild leaderboard. Awesome C. Prostor coming in strong, really grinding out. Merryman of SimpleMMO, one of those legacy guilds that have come back and keep kicking for another week, which is awesome. You know, you got your Murder of Universe and Heaven and Hell, which is, you know, the obvious crew. Golden Arrows in 9th place. I know Ace Golden Shot has said that they're going to come back, but we have yet to see that. So, not trying to call you out too much here, Ace, my friend, but I want to see you guys continue to climb and grind. I hope you continue to do so, but we'll keep an eye on that because that is interesting. 9th place. So we see a guild kind of falling down. Of note, though, we have the Crimson Tower pulling in that 10th place. And if you want to learn more about the Crimson Tower and how they've sprung up the way they have, check out our last seasonal guild leaderboard update where we covered how they came to be on the guild leaderboard. Now, let's move into the PvE, the top 10 PvE guilds. We have some crazy updates here. So first and foremost, Radiant Dawn, Inglesmod, and Manatee's Grove. Again, breaking that 1 mil barrier that we've seen time and time again as a struggle for PvE guilds. Top tier from them. I think honestly, Radiant Dawn is a new TPC. Maybe Inglesmod and the Manatee's Cove can fight for the Titans, since the Titans have fallen apart and there's some drama there. But Radiant Dawn, clearly the number 1 PvE guild now in SimpleMMO. I think that's fair to say. I think it's easily true. Top notch to them. Love seeing PvE guilds that continue to progress, and I hope they continue to do so. Then Inglesmod, Manatee's Cove, that's great. Solid Step still holding strong. The Titans, a former shell of what they once were. However, they are still doing decently. You know, 0.70 mil. You know, I'll take it, right? You got to take those. Of course, you have Friendly, Quantum Cruise, a new name, Ornate Garden. This is sad, folks. So we have Golden Arrows on the PvP side who've dropped down low. And then on the PvE side, we have the Peaceful Crusade. 9th place on the top 10 PvE guild for the week. We haven't seen this before. TPC has always been dominating. And now, all of a sudden, we talked about it a little bit at the last season guild leaderboard update. But this weekly update is really showcasing they're falling behind. Something's happening here. I don't know what's going on with TPC. I hate to see it because they've been such a great guild to become friends with and see them progress. There's even a little fanfic from Paizen out there with TPC. You hate to see when such a great PvE guild is starting to fall down. So we'll keep an eye on the TPC. We'll go from there. And then, of course, you have the country itself. Indonesia has decided to play SimpleMMO now, folks. And they're coming in at the 10th place for this week. So that is your guild stats update for the week. As always, if you liked the video, you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. If you keep coming back for more, by all means, please subscribe. Hit that bell so you could get that notification alert whenever we produce our weekly content on YouTube. And if you have something to say about one of these guilds that we've covered, please leave a comment below. Tell us what your thoughts are of seeing Golden Arrows and TPC falling down so low. I'd love to hear from you guys about that, and we'll look forward to seeing that in the comment section. Without further ado, that will be it for this week. Well, I'll see you next week, folks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.